I'll start by saying that I really enjoyed Dana Boyd's work, as it gave me real insight into the reasons why and how children navigate through network spaces. As an educator, I sometimes get aggravated by the excessive use of technology in the classroom, as I often see it as a distraction, even though I am still a student and I struggle with the same type of distractions in my own technology and in my own studies. Over the course of the entire book, Boyd has addressed teens' interest in meaningful access to public spaces and their desire to connect to their peers. She's made it clear that social media, and by extension technologies which house these social medias, give them this freedom that they long for in public spaces, to feel as though that they belong, and where there is an abundance of social possibilities when it's more difficult for adults to limit or hinder this use. It's commonly thought that children and youth go online and on social media as a distraction, or as an escape from reality. When we now know from Boyd that this isn't the case, their relationship to networked publics signals their interest in being part of public life. They don't have their own spaces. When they go to the mall or hang out in the streets or at the park, they're seen as a nuisance and adults worry for their safety. They constantly negotiate their role in society and must develop strategies for handling ongoing surveillance and attempts to undermine their agency. While many see online publics as a site of freedom, others see it as a way to connect to others on a larger scale. Rather than fighting for their right to a public space, teens have created their own publics in social media. They find it appealing because it allows access to their friends and provides an opportunity to be part of a broader public world while they're actually situated physically in their bedrooms. Through social media, they build networks of people and information, all the while getting to participate in and help create these network publics. As Boyd states on page 201, these network publics serve as public spaces which rely on both networked technologies and networked people to create meaningful, imagined communities in new ways. New advancements in social media will continue to come out, making it possible for new interaction forms and publics for youth. However, with these new technologies, adults are bound to continue to project the same fears and anxieties they have about social media onto whatever new technology captures our future youth. However, it is because this book addresses all of the things I just mentioned and more that I think it's definitely a valuable resource for both children's studies and non-children's studies majors alike. Specifically, I think it's exceptionally important for teachers to read this book. While there are some parts of Boyd's book that appear to be outdated, like the chapters on inequality and literacy in specific, I think there's far more that is still relevant, making the book still able to resonate with contemporary children's culture and their experiences. It gives adults, as outsiders into children's culture, a sense of why technology is so important to youth. Yes, it is complicated, but this book makes it just a little bit simpler.